Hey everyone, and welcome to Breakthrough with Jeff. Another day where we are living life with zero limits. So, thank you everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you enjoyed your day. Hope you're having a wonderful time, whether it's the morning, the evening, the afternoon. Jeff, nice to have you back here once again.
Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Nice to have you. And
I
thank
hope
you
you
for,
I hope you had a great week as we go into the weekend.
yes, this week I'm grateful. I like to say
Okay.
I'm grateful because no matter what you're going through, your perspective determines how you experience life. I'm
And
very
that is
grateful.
and that is so true. Jeff, once again, we are very excited to come and use your platform to help people break through in their lives and live life with zero limits, which is what you've been so kind to walk us through and mentor us through this. I was really reflecting about what we can discuss this week. And one of the key things that happens all the time is the rat race,
Yeah.
escaping the rat race. And just to give you some perspective as we deep dive into this conversation, I feel that you go to high school, you go to primary school, you go to high school, and then you get to college, and then after college, it's like, okay, you're out of college. Now it's all about making money. How do I figure out how to make money? And what happens is you're trying to get ahead in life, and you're trying to do what every other person is doing. In my case, as I relocated to the United States, I feel like I dabbled in so many things. I tried to start an e-commerce business. I tried to sell handbags and passes. I initially even tried YouTube, hoping that I could monetize it at some point and collapse. But all these things were because I was like, oh my gosh, this person is doing this. Can I also do this? This person is doing this. Can I also do this? And what I noticed in all that is I would start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. And I think that was also because that I was starting these things that they're not in alignment with me. There's no
Yeah.
purpose for me starting other than the fact that I'm seeing other people around me are starting. I'm like, oh, let me not be left behind. And I think that that's what's happening. Everyone is
Mhm.
on a chase. We in the world of social media right now. You see someone doing something you want to do. You're like, okay, I want to do it so that I can become like them, so that I can make money like them. And yet, it's not really in alignment. It's not really in alignment with your calling, your purpose, and you don't even have clarity on why you're doing it. And so today, I do know that there are so many people who live this life in the rat race. You're just trying to catch up financially. You're just trying to build routines so that you can be like other people. And I was hoping that we could start this discussion by really talking about how we all can escape the rat race. And so, from just to kick it off, from your understanding, Jeff, when you think of rat race, what is it? Can you give us a better perspective on what is it, and how do we find ourselves in a rat race?
Yeah. So thank you so much, Mary, for that introduction about the rat race and the question that is really brilliant, because most people do things just for the sake of it. We are copying other people. We are just looking around and living by societal conditioning and standards, and never having to live life by our own terms. Like you said, it's because people don't have what? Mission. They don't have that sense of mission. Is when we find our sense of mission, that's the only ticket out of the rat race.
Can I ask
Because
a question
once,
as you continue? When you say
yeah,
mission, is mission the same as vision, or is there a difference? And I want us to be very clear on that as we make
mission
people
mission
aware.
is mission is definitely, it's different, because mission is about why. It's about why am I here. So then vision is what you see and what you want to
Mhm.
create on the planet. You can have vision, a big vision, but if you don't know why, where is it coming
Mhm.
from, why are
Mhm.
you here? So the first thing is to discover yourself, discover your identity, discover your why. And then from there you can have a vision on what you want to create on the planet. And you talked about money. When it comes to rat race, people are after money. They are running after money. And
Mm.
the thing is, excuse me, the more you run after money, the more money will run away from you. Why? Money is attracted to mission. Money is attracted to mission. Yes, not the
That's a
other way
good
around.
one.
Yes. We
Money is
don't find
attracted
money
to
so that we
mission.
can find mission. We find mission. Mission, yes.
Ooh.
Mission pulls money to you. And you can
Ooh.
tell me, you can do your research. There's no one single person that will actually get clarity of mission and not find money. Money, and when you, yeah, whenever people have stayed, and that's why people like Mother Teresa, they lived a mission. They actually,
Yeah.
people who've never had a job, but actually they had a lot of money. When you talk
Yes.
about Mother Teresa, even today, there are
Yeah.
organizations impacted by Mother Teresa.
Exactly.
And although she never had a job, so you want to understand how crucial mission is. Even as you think about money, money is secondary to mission. And mission will be, money will come to you as much as you're following. That's why as you begin to live out a mission, money gravitates towards you. And I want you to test it. Don't spend so much time pursuing money or pursuing influence or pursuing the identity of how people see you. Rather, spend time pursuing a mission. Get to know, what is my mission on the planet? What really sets me on fire? And then from there, you can create a vision of what you can do with what you know. Okay, this is what sets me on fire. What can I do? You can begin, as long as it's something that excites you, as long as it's something that drives you, and you're making a contribution on the planet, you are on the right path. Money will soon find you.
Jeff, I know we've just begun this, and I feel one of the key things that you've just highlighted to us is really right there. The answer is there. The way to escape the rat race is to understand your mission. Now, because we've dived into mission, and me and you have not talked about mission before in depth to this level, I want us to deep dive a little bit into mission, because I feel like if everyone can understand mission, then they actually can finally start understanding how to get out of it. So you've touched a little bit about it right now, but when we think about mission, someone has had Jeff say, escaping the rat race requires me to understand my mission.
Yeah.
And I've never thought about my mission. I've always just been rat racing. Where do I start? How do I start identifying, connecting? What resources, what tools, or what should I do to start discovering or connecting with what my mission is?
Well, so there are many ways you can do that. There are books you can read about mission, and maybe perhaps let me begin by sharing my mission. What I believe is my mission. My mission simply is to be an example of the joy that comes when you live a life of zero limits. So I'm just here to be an example to as many people as possible on the joy, the outcome that people can get, and the possibility that is there when you make the decision to live a life of zero limits. So a mission is something that you arrive at. Sometimes some of us arrive there by knowing what they are not. Sometimes the easiest way to know what you are is to know what you are not.
True.
Yeah. So it's also to know what fulfills you. For me, I arrived at my mission through coaching, yes. But then I got to a place, Mary, where I was feeling so, unfulfilled and undriven. There was no sense of drive. And I was in a place where emotionally I was disturbed and frustrated, more a week. You see, you're living your mission when there's a sense of purpose, drive, and fulfillment. But when you're weak, at the end of the week, most of your week, you're living in frustration. And it's like life is pushing you so hard. Life is really happening to you. Everything frustrates you. Everything pricks you. And I was there. And I made a decision. And that's why I say mission begins with that decision. Someone can take you to that decision through coaching. But I got there. I got to a place where I told myself, this is not way to live. Where most of the week you're so frustrated, drained, those heavy negative emotions, no matter how much money you're making at the end of the day, that's not how to live. That's not the way to live. And I made that decision. Unless you come to a place where you make that decision, and you see money, sometimes it has a way of covering our own sadness and our own, pain until you face yourself and face the truth. So you have to begin from that place of making a decision. The life you're living is not fulfilling. Mission begins by telling yourself the truth. Not your grandma's truth, not your pastor's truth, but your truth, your own truth. And so when I made that decision, I said, okay, life is too short to suffer. Why should I live in my 20s like this, in my 30s like this, in my 40s? No. Hell no. This has to be my decision, and it's going to be now. And so I made this decision that I'm going to live in a beautiful state. Anything that gives me that sense of fulfillment, I'll do it like it's my mission. And for me, I found out that, becoming an example, becoming a mentor to many, becoming a mentor to coaches, helping people know, okay, there's a way you can live a fulfilling life, and living a life of zero limits. You can actually be an example of a life of fulfillment. So that becomes my mission in life. So it doesn't have to be something that is so, cut out, like I see organizational mission, vision, objectives, goals, and stuff. No, it just needs to, why am I here? I'm here to be an example. I mean, that's, for me, is what I picked. And I've always wanted to be a leader from the time I was small. So I felt I want to be an example of abundance, of peace, joy, and the journey that it takes. That's why I actually married. That's why I developed the breakthrough program, is so I can share with people. And in this program, I'm sharing with people exactly the steps I went through to find my own fulfillment, and know that if I can do that, and I was in a bad place emotionally, if I can do that, anyone on this planet can. And I know some of us, we just learn how to cover it, and especially men, we learn how to cover our lack of fulfillment and just say, okay. We cover it with the word fine. Very short summary. Okay, I'm fine. It's okay. No, it's not. If you're not fulfilled, you're not living your mission, you're not living your purpose, it's not okay. No matter how much money you're making. So let's be real with ourselves. Let's be honest. That's where it begins. And ask yourself, what really fulfills me? And you can get help from a coach, or you can just, join us on every Friday, and you will find your mission.
Yeah. Wow. And so I think you've mentioned, finding your mission as being one of them. And I think it's a primary one. I don't know. I don't know. Is there another one on how people can escape the rat race? Is there any other additions to that? Or is just the pillar as simple as just finding your mission and that's it? That would help you?
There is. By the way, it's you can build a house. So this is a pillar. Find your mission, but also you want to accept yourself, because people in the rat race are people that have not accepted who they are. They are living in comparison with other people. They are living for other people. They are living for acceptance. They are making a statement to be liked and to be accepted. And so the second pillar is simply accept yourself. Accept yourself. Accept yourself. Accept your journey. wherever you are right now is preparing you for the next one. I mean, even if that guy has won, I don't know what investment they they put their money in, and you want to jump there, just accept yourself and go at your own pace. Life moves, there's a pace, and destiny has a way of taking you at there's your path of destiny which is different from the next person. And so accepting yourself really keeps you from comparison to other people, from feeling like someone is leaving you just because they got 2 babies, now you want to get 3. Hello. Just because they have built a house on a hill, now you want to go to a... No, you don't even know why they are doing that.
Exactly.
And before you do it, get to know why. And so self-acceptance is key to getting out of the rat race. Accept yourself, accept your journey. And that's why
how can people do that? How can people do that? I mean, I feel like it's an easy word. It's an easy statement. Accept yourself. Okay, Mary, accept that, my fingers are fat if they are, or, but how do you do that? I feel like it's an easy statement. How do people start accepting themselves?
Yeah. Well, so for me, I have actually, part of the breakthrough program is to help people change their beliefs. And so beliefs, the reason people don't accept themselves is because of what they have come to believe. So if you have this, fat, and I don't know whether you looked at me.
No. I mean, that was just a random explanation.
You see the way you say something and then someone takes it personal, is a personal attack. Did you look? Well, it's just a story. It's just a story. There is no perfect image of how people are supposed to look. Hello. Yeah. So the way you see, those are beliefs, and you look, we create those beliefs by looking at people around us, and they say, oh, she is the perfect image of how people are supposed to look. That is the perfect job to work. There's no perfect organization to work. There's no perfect job. There's no job that you cannot do on the planet and get fulfilled. So you want to know that there's no perfect job. There's no perfect way to look. And the perfect one is that one that you enjoy. And that's why when you begin to make that decision by your own terms and accept, okay, set your own standards. This is what I want, period. But then there are things you want to look at. What are the things that you cannot change? The serenity prayer. Lord, give me the serenity to accept the things I can change and things I cannot change. Okay? And give me the wisdom to know the difference.
Yeah.
So there are things, there are things we cannot change. Like I can't change my height. Yeah. Okay? I can't change, where I was born. I can't change my past. It's the way it is. So you want to accept, because the reason people on the rat race feel the pain of being there is because there are things they're not accepting. You're not accepting where you were born. You're comparing yourself with someone else that was born maybe with different privileges for different reasons. God knows why. And for you, you were born in a different environment because God knows why. Your why is what you need to find, because the why is the uniqueness that you were born with that becomes a blessing, even though for you at this point, you may think it's a curse.
Yeah.
Every why is a blessing. Wherever you were born, how you were born, it's a blessing. Find your why. One of the good examples I give is, one of the greatest speakers, Nick, born without arms and legs. And you ask, okay, once he found his why, has money followed him?
Yes.
He's one of the richest guys on the planet.
And he's, I think what's interesting about Nick, I don't know how to pronounce his last name so that everyone can actually check him out. I don't know if it's Vanderchurk or I do not know the last name, but I think it's also good to be able to see that it has not taken away anything from him. He has his family, he has his 4 children, he has a beautiful spouse, he's literally even more successful, if you're looking at it in terms of monetary terms, than us who are able-bodied, you know?
Exactly. And that's why I tell people it's not about whether you lack potential or not. All of us have equal potential, no matter where you were born. But then, as human beings, you can be born. It's not about what you don't have. It's about the resourcefulness of accepting where you are and starting from there. Moses is asked by God, what do you have? Because whatever it is God gives you is enough. If God doesn't give you one hand, let me tell you, he knows why. And from there, when you find your why, and I know there are people, when you compare yourself with other people, you say, oh, he has this. There are people, whatever they have is a curse. It's not a blessing to them. It's actually having things never makes people happy. And I know when we don't have things, we actually believe that things can make you happy until you have things and you're not happy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think and I don't know if you have another point to add on to this. I know you've mentioned mission already as one of the
Mission
things
is
that can
key.
help us.
Yes.
Mission is key. You've talked about self-acceptance. Before I go to my third question on the same, which will touch around those two, I don't know if you had any other points on how to escape the rat race or some of the things that we need to do.
So self-acceptance, of course, touches on self-image, right?
Okay,
The way
correct.
you look at yourself is so key. Because if you look at yourself through the eyes of other people, then you're going to see what they are seeing. And people always see from their own filters. I want you to understand that the way human beings look at life, we have glasses. And that's a beautiful thing that we have glasses, that we look at life through glasses, because glasses can be changed. And right now, right here, you can actually make a decision to change the way you've been looking at your
yourself.
life. It's not permanent. Those glasses are not permanent. They can change, and they can be changed.
Amazing. Jeff, one thing that I'm thinking about, someone sits down, they've always been used to chasing the rat race. They sit down, they connect with what they believe is their mission or their why, of course, after reflection. They are planning to, or rather, they have accepted that they are starting the journey of self-acceptance, because I feel like that's a journey. It's not, it could be an instant switch for some, but some it's a journey.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, they have done that internally, but then externally, there are all these distractions. You have social media where you go see people people are there and they're doing all these things. There are all these things that can distract you and get you back to the rat race. And so I think in closing, my last question would be to you: how do you avoid the distraction of being, I know you talk about escape, but after you've decided you are clear on what your mission, you believe it is, you're there, how do you help yourself not fall into the temptation of the rat race? What are some of those things you can do as a daily practice, or the things that you can stop doing to help you maintain that path that acts as a reminder that, hey, you are on your own path and that is their path? What are some of those things that you can think of?
Yeah, well, what I can say is it's all about focus and your commitment. When you're busy with your mission, you have no time to be driven by the gossips and what's going on and who did what and who left who and who. That's okay. Some of the time it's okay sometimes to eat junk food once in a while, but it cannot be your daily bread every time you're on junk. No. You want to, people that are driven by mission, they have no time to be obsessed with social media. And I tell you this, I know it. When I am busy with my mission, creating content for my clients, researching, finding this and that, I don't have that time, to know who did what. And I know there are people that is an obsession. It's every day. And I tell you, if that's where you are, the thing is, find a mission. You're not finding, how do I stop social media, going on social media and watching this and that, things I don't want to watch. You see, changing a habit takes replacement. It's not just about stopping. It's easy to
Exactly.
tell you stop. Oh, stop doing that. Stop doing that. That actually empowers you to even do it more, because the brain is looking for, okay, to do what? What else? What can I do? And so where
Exactly.
you need to replace those habits with the habit of focusing on your mission. In the morning, noontime, set an alarm for your mission. I'm telling you, life is too short to leave other people's distraction. By the way, can I tell you something? That distraction is someone else's mission. You're
Mission.
helping
Exactly.
someone to live their
Exactly.
mission. And who
Exactly.
is helping you live your mission? If
Yeah, that's
everyone
true.
was to just, focus, be busy on your mission, let me tell you, there will not be distraction. So minimize the distraction by maximizing your focus on your
On your
mission. Talk
mission.
about your
Oh,
mission, do videos
yes.
about your mission, go all out. And you
Yes,
realize
yes. Oh,
you're getting support to live it out. Thank you.
this is amazing. This is amazing. And so I just want to summarize what we've talked about. I think what I've come to understand through this conversation today is escaping the rat race doesn't actually need you to go through a set of things to do. And I think
Yes.
the key things that we want to remind everyone is really just be very clear on what your mission is, and to be able to be clear, why are you here, and really take the time to ask yourself that question, and you can discover it in various ways. And so that's the first step. And then the second step is self-acceptance. And if you can be clear on your mission, and you can be very clear in terms of self-acceptance, then that will drive you from the distractions. And actually, even without you putting too much effort in escaping it, because of your clarity in your mission and your self-acceptance, it actually narrows your focus. And as it narrows your focus, you realize those are the things that have not been important and are not important. And in doing so, you actually escape the rat race. That's amazing, Jeff. That's what we call wisdom. And we thank you today for sharing with us that good information, good good information that helps us to really change our lives, to become the best version of us, and to live our lives with zero limits. I
That's
don't know if you
right.
have anything else to add, Jeff, but I think
Oh,
that's it for me.
yes, that's it. There's no need to add there. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Forward this video to someone, share the video, give to someone, let them understand themselves. If you love them, share with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, if you have any questions or you've been trying to escape the rat race and you need to reach Jeff, if you look at the description below, his information is there. So feel free to reach out to him. You're sure to get a response. And you can start your journey on escaping the rat race today, now, after this conversation. So
That's
thank you
right.
all very much. And until next session, enjoy yourselves. Thank you, Jeff.
God bless.